but we talked about like first and foremost, which sounds kind of basic, but is really important, like educating yourself and kind of taking upon yourself to, I don't know, I guess educate yourself. And like, I know that like Alexa brought up a good point that like the trends going on with social media, like the movement should be more permanent than that. And social media is kind of making it seem like it's a trend. So it's like, but even if people are still posting good stuff, like that doesn't mean the information might not be good if you kind of like take the time to read it. So basically educating yourself and then also talking to loved ones and people of color that are important in your life and kind of getting a gauge on how they feel about different scenarios and kind of just asking to hear what they have to say. We also said spread the word. We talked about like the fatigue about not everyone coming to like the meetings and how like we all feel bad because we know how important this is, and kind of we took a minute to step back and realize that no, we should be the ones kind of bringing the meetings to these people's attention, just because it's good to get, it's not on you guys setting it up who's also making the whole program and everything to get people here. It's more on us, and we kind of need to take that responsibility. And then we also talked about donating and to like donating to Black Lives Matter or some or a situation like that, more big picture, and supporting Black owned businesses like locally if you have some, or I don't know if there's any around here, but just at home, I know I have a lot. So I feel like doing those things is a good way to show allyship.
Awesome. Those are such great points. Thank you so much. Um, Anyone from the other two rooms?
I can touch on what we talked about. It's a lot of the same idea, just continuing to educate not only yourself, but your friends and family, and keep having the conversations. And then we kind of touched again on the idea of action versus breaks. And again, if we're going to be allies, I don't see it so much as an action break. It's more of a raise the standard. Okay, we did it, raise it again, keep raising it. It's not so much kind of an off and on as an ongoing effort. But then, yeah, also asking why. So if say you come across somebody who has a differing belief, why do you believe that? Like also learn to hear their perspective. And I think a lot of times what happens is when you ask someone why and they explain it, they too have to think about it again and kind of make it more concrete. And I think they'll a lot of times kind of see where there's a little bit of wiggle room to kind of meet in the middle and continue to meet in the middle. And then Ellie talked a lot about continuing to make others aware that the effort's ongoing. It's not, something that's gonna go back to normal like we talked about. It's continuing to happen. Conversations are still happening like this one, and that it's important to be a part of it. So kind of like what Holly was saying, that we got to get others involved as well. But yeah, if I miss anything from our group, please feel free to jump in. Cool.
Amazing. Love those points. And there was 3 groups, I think. So does anyone want to go from the last group?
We talked again a lot about education and then using our platform as student athletes to encourage other people, not just student athletes, but everyone to speak up and to feel comfortable talking about these things. And we were also talking about how it may take time to feel to start feeling comfortable about these things, but we think like education and continuing to come to these meetings has helped all of us be able to speak out in certain situations.
Yeah, thank you for all your inputs. If anyone has any last minute additions, feel free to share because we're almost at the closing. We got a few more minutes, but we're just really happy to hear all the ideas that have been generated as a result of this. It's kind of refreshing to have conversations like these. So thank you to everyone. So if you have any last thoughts, feel free.
Lunch.
Wait, sorry, what did you say?
Pose a challenge, particularly to, why don't we all try to bring, particularly like our white students here, 3 new people.
You're breaking up. Yeah, Coach, I got you. We were talking about this in our group. Coach had mentioned that he thought it would be a good idea if we could each find a way to and call in 3 of our friends to join the next call on these like this.